All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart. This is Sunday afternoon, November 24th. This is the Trade Ideas video for the coming week. Let's start off. I've got 9 stocks I want to get through, so I better get going. Let's take a look at Cliffs Natural Resources. I'm going to review some that I was in and then talk about some others for the coming week. Cliffs, I had a position in, and I took myself out on Friday. We got a close on Thursday below the 10-day moving average, and then a close below that low, and I stopped myself out on that. I don't like that. It could easily turn around and still head back higher, but that is my stop, and so that's what I'm using. Let's see. I want to take a look at Facebook. We talked about last week. I said, okay, here's last Friday's close of the week ago. Last weekend. This is how it looked. And I said, if we get DI plus greater than DI minus, and we start to move up here, then it looks like a possible buy. Well, it didn't do that. It sold off. So we're going to need to see this trend line broken and I'd like to get that 10-day moving average cross above that 20-day. Right now, they're starting to line up negative. I still think this is a correction that's looking for a bottom in here, an A, B, C, wave 4 in here. We've had wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, looking for wave 4, and then another wave up, but we need to let it tell us that's what it wants to do. Yandex. Said I needed confirming close on Yandex. I got that on the 18th, which was Monday, the very next day. Bought down in here by the 10-day moving average. It continued to move back down. Was looking for a move back up to this trend line, which has kind of started to do. But because it was so weak on Friday, I took myself back out. And I think I actually scratched the trade. So, the volume was really low on Friday on this move, and it just made me really nervous. And so I got out. And let's see. Yoku, something similar. Although the thing about Yoku here is there were several possibilities for where wave 5 could end. And, actually wave 5 may have already ended because wave 3 was an extended wave, okay? And so when I looked at the possibilities where it ended, 2 out of the 3 possibilities had already happened. And so then when I got in on a pullback to the blue line, the blue was above the 20, which I kind of liked. But then I'm getting no action. I'm getting no movement here. Really low volume. And the fact that it may have already completed wave 5 and the market's getting a little bit extended, I just said, okay, I'm going to get out. And I think I scratched. I made 6% on my options. So it's like, basically scratching the trade. Okay, 5. Yelp. This was one also that we were looking at and thought, okay, I thought we were getting a signal in here. I was going to look to buy the blue line. Really thought the blue line was going to be crossing, but then I bought it during the day, bought options during the day, and then it continued to sell off. Okay, so then immediately at the end of the day, I'm underwater, and that is never a good feeling, as you know, or hope if you do know, it's not a good feeling. So it kind of tells you the trade's not going well from the get-go, and most of the great trades will go well right from the very first day. And so this kept moving down. I actually should have got out here. We're closed below the low of that day, and I ended up getting out on Friday. Was hoping this thing. I think during the week I kind of gave a perspective, said maybe we're getting a little shoulder here. And when that did not happen on Friday, when I didn't get a pullback and break this 2-day high, I just said I'm out of here. Because right now it's starting to look very negative. I still think there's a potential this is doing a 4th wave pullback, but it could be doing something else, or it could be doing a very extended correction. And you just don't know where those corrections are going to end. And that's the ugly thing about getting caught in one of these things versus being in an impulsive wave move. Okay, let's take a look at Freeport McMoran. That's how I pronounce it anyway. I think this is one to watch. I think potentially to break the trend line, get the blue line above the gray line, the 10-day above the 20-day. And again, I use a 10-day exponential and then a 20-day simple because I like to have the 10-day as a trigger line. So anyway, that's what I'm looking for on Freeport. This one is Transocean's kind of interesting because it's pulled back. I mean, I think we've had 4 waves, and it's a real good possibility that this wave 4 is about to stop or has run its course. It's pulled back to the 20-day simple moving average. We can get a close above the 10-day and above this blue line. It breaks, or this bar right here. What is that? The high 53.68. Boy, that would be nice. I think we got a shot at a wave 5 moving up here. And when I look at it, if it extends, it could go to 63. If not, I think we're looking at 58.5. But so, the fact Carl Icahn's playing in here could really shoot this thing up. Let's look at First Solar. First Solar, I don't really have a recommendation in here. I wanted to, this one and Las Vegas Sands caught my eye because I think they may have run the course. First Solar may have a little bit more to it, but it's getting it's getting up there where I think Wave 5 may have completed. Okay, and Wave 5 equals Wave 3 at 69.67. Where did we close? 60.35. Okay, on Friday. If it extends, then we could get a bunch more, okay? So there's the possibility that it could extend yet. So you just want to watch, and the wave count was a little bit unclear. This almost looks like a wave 1, 2, working a wave 3, but it's a little unclear up in here. So no specific trade thought there, just that it may be getting at the end of its run. And Las Vegas Sands, I think, has completed the end of its run, or at least this little bull move of 5 waves up from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 fairly clear waves in here in the 5th wave. So this is, I think, is going to correct. 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 were normal length waves. Wave 5 therefore went and extended a little bit. It was equal to this distance in points from 0 to 3. Okay. And so I think that this has run its course. If anything, it's going to be in corrective mode now. The real question is, how far does it correct back down? Does it pull back down to the 200-day moving average? You got a lot of air here. When you see a lot of air, you get correction. Okay? So that would not be out of the realm of possibility at all to think that this thing could correct back down towards this 200-day moving average. So let's kind of watch for that and see if there's something we can get on board to play to the downside on Las Vegas Sands. That is a great stock. It moves really nice and it's done really well. So let's see. And I think that's about it. So we got a shortened week this week. Thanksgiving on Thursday. The markets close at noon Central Time on Friday. So 3.5 days of trading. I think that's about it. So I will have a great Monday and Tuesday. I'll talk to you for sure Tuesday evening. And this has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. And have a great rest of the day. Thanks for stopping by.